Hey guys, welcome to General Query. This is Fonz. I go by he, him, and his.
Hey guys, and this is Zuki, and I go by she, her, and hers. Welcome to General Query. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. You know what? I'm not, that's a lie. But I think I'm better than Chapel Roan. Um,
What do you mean?
sis, listen, lover.
With her backlash or what?
Yeah, she needs to have someone manage her social media
Oh yeah.
because she's so used to having like a very like close relationship with her fans and like being able to sort of like do this like fly by the seat of your pants, say what you think kind of shit, which is great. It's excellent. It's part of what makes her so funny and interesting. But then you get yourself into some shit, you know? I just, yeah. And she posted like three different videos trying to explain what she explained in the previous one.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I've been kind of disconnected. Um, like not even keeping up on social media, which is kind of weird. Like maybe TikTok just scrolling through dumb shit. You know this because I've sent you a bunch
sure,
of
sure,
videos.
sure.
Uh, but it's not like how I used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you guys have felt this because our socials have been kind of,
Dead.
yeah. Even okay.
No.
So first, before we go into anything else, I want to apologize because we did record an episode that we
You
never
did
got a chance to publish.
post.
Um, yeah, unfortunately, but we are trying.
We are trying. I think, yeah. So we have that one in the vault that we might just on it. I mean, all everything we covered is old
Yeah,
at
maybe
this
with like a
point.
cute little caveat intro.
Throwback. Hey, this is how
Just
we felt about these things
back then, yes.
fucking a month ago.
Right.
Hi.
Yeah, you might listen to
Yeah.
it on Spotify and Apple, but I don't think the YouTube will make its way.
No, I don't think YouTube will get
Um,
to see it.
right.
Yeah, because it's been a trying couple of months, I think.
And by
For
trying, we mean like the universe is trying us.
is trying a bitch,
Right.
okay? On every level, in every single way that a person can be tried,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we've been stuck there.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, but
I hope you guys are doing better though.
yeah, seriously. And honestly, I think that's part of like what I don't know, I'm sure you feel the same, but like I think that's what I feel the miss the most about being so like away from like our socials and being able to like post and interact with you guys is that part because we
Yeah.
do end up hearing up from you guys on some level. And that's always been the loveliest part, is y'all's feedback.
Yeah. Honestly, last week someone
Yeah.
came up to me and they're like, "Hey, so are you guys like not gonna post anymore?" And I was like, "No, no, no, we're trying."
So sorry. So
Yeah.
sorry. We're on it. It's just it's super you know what's crazy? I think a lot of it is like this mental block of like you don't want to put out garbage, which is not like our listeners are
I
used to
also
like
don't
up
think
tier
that was it. Because, for example, that other episode that didn't make
was
its way
good.
was actually kind of good. But I think you and I have just
Didn't
been
get to
like
it.
super. I don't think it's that we didn't get to it because I think that would imply like we're extremely busy, which for the most
Right.
part we are. But also,
Right.
it's like mental exhaustion that
Mental
sometimes we
exhaustion.
just need to be like, either I just want to
Exit.
drink or I just want to chill the fuck out and sit.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys can relate at some point, especially you parents.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. But we're on it. We're gonna work 10 times harder
yeah.
for you guys
I
to
think
try to.
as the year, fucking bullshit. Like this is what we were talking about that last episode that never made its way. Like it's already October. It's October, and I say this because we're recording a week ahead. But like when you guys listen
Yes,
to this, like
it'll be October.
we're a day right before October when we're recording. It's October already.
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be Thanksgiving and
And
then
then
Christmas,
Christmas and then New Year's Eve and we're done.
and we're done.
That's
So
literally how the last 3 months go. It's like boom, 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 done.
I know. I swear a week ago it was like the 1st of September. I just don't understand
No,
what happened.
you'll hear this if we eventually publish that other episode. But I
Yeah.
mentioned on that other episode that it feels like just 2 weeks ago we were talking about intentions for the year. That's how quickly this year has gone.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is how
it's
freaking
insane.
quickly. Yeah, this year has absolutely gone. I think, because, and you guys know, I mean, all of you OGs, you guys know how much October means to Fonz and I. It's our favorite, if not the favorite month of the year, because it means it's Halloween time. And so we're fucking pumped about that. I think, last year we did a bunch of content for you
Yeah.
guys, a bunch of different stories and all of that stuff. And I think maybe this year we could, hit them with a couple of like urban legends,
Ooh, that'd be fun. I
and
would also
tell.
love to hear like creepy stories from other people.
Yeah, share your ghost story. Did you see dead people when you were a little kid? Would love to hear
What
about
about
it.
Bloody Mary? Have we
Do
encountered
we
Bloody Mary?
believe in Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I think like that's definitely going to be upcoming this month, guys, where we're going to be like, okay, well, tell us your Spookville story, so we can tell
Spookville.
you some urban legends. Because I mean, you and I both have some ghosts, uh, stories, ghost
Yeah,
stories.
maybe we'll do like a ghost part two because I know we had that last year.
Yeah,
That
we
would
had
be
a
fun. I
little
mean, there's
one.
plenty of ghosts in the world.
I mean, listen,
Or
people
allegedly.
yeah, allegedly there's a bunch of ghosts.
Because allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, so we'll definitely be doing a bunch of that coming up. I don't know what I want to be for Halloween. Please tell the people what you're planning to be for Halloween because you're
It
ready.
all depends because, as you guys know, I do design stuff, and so I'm making additional costumes. So, like, if I happen to sell the ones I want to, then great. But if I don't sell them, then I will be two things this year. One of them will be a dark fairy. It's like a creepy black fairy, like, like spooky fairy, I guess. And then the other one will be a matador because I'm actually kind of loving how that one's turning out. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it. And I don't know. I think I might for once go like full like anime cosplay this year and like dress up as, a favorite anime character, which it's something I've always wanted to do and just
But
never
also,
did.
like, which one is it? You know?
It's a character from Death Note. For any
Okay.
if anybody out there is a Death Note nerd, I'd probably go as Misa-san. But I don't know if it's not a very winter friendly cosplay.
Oh,
Uh,
that's true.
as yeah. So I don't know. But something along those lines. Or I might go really, really like old school and just go as Lydia from Beetlejuice.
That would be cool because it's like very trending.
Yeah.
Anything Beetlejuice. In fact, I wanted to do Beetlejuice nails, but I haven't had the time.
Yeah. Which have you seen the new
Honestly,
Beetlejuice?
I have not.
I have.
We have we haven't okay, so I told you, I haven't told you guys, but I told you that my boyfriend hasn't seen the original one either. And I tried to get him to watch it, and I kind of failed because we only watched about 15 minutes worth of it.
That hurts my soul.
I know it does. I'm still gonna watch it. I'll probably force him to go to the theater at some point. Um, and then if he doesn't want to go, then I might just have to go by myself.
Yeah,
Now
I
that the
mean,
crowds are gone.
yes, I say you go. I thought it was darling. I thought it was absolutely great.
Okay, is it comparable to the first one? Okay, so I got my sister's point of view from the movie. So like I know what she thinks about it, but
Yeah.
did you think, because this is what she said. She was like, it's great, love it, but it didn't beat the first one, even though they had better, like, effects and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. I think she's
Yeah.
right. I think
Okay.
she's absolutely right. But I think she's absolutely right because there's like no way to top something that had never been done before. And
Right.
that
It's like we spoke about previously, like no one has ever or no one will ever beat the first Hocus Pocus. Like I know they recreated it. Yeah, the second one is all
yes.
right, but it's never going to beat
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, and I think as like a 90s kid, and this is like our sort of like our nostalgic stuff, especially around if you're a person that likes dark, spooky shit, it's just always gonna be your shit. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
love it no matter what. But the first one's always gonna be the first one, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
So no, but I mean, it was just so great to see everybody back together. And it was really good. And I thought Jenna was really good. And I thought Winona Ryder was, well, Winona Ryder. And so it was really, really good. So yeah, I might go as Lydia, but I might go either keep it very, very traditional because I love I remember when she was
The red
wearing
dress
yeah, either her wedding
or the
dress
floating black one.
or the hat. Yeah, where
That
she's
one.
wearing the
Yeah.
hat. She's like, my whole life is a dark hole, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might do that. So yeah, I don't
Another
know.
good one would be like Wednesday, like her iconic black dress for the dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep, yep,
So we went to that big blue retailer everyone knows about, and there were a bunch
yep,
of costumes, and that was one of them. Wednesday was on it.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, icons. So yeah, I think that's gonna be what gets me through the month of fucking October, if I'm being very honest. Because I'm just, yeah, it's
Yeah.
been it's
It's
been
been a
rough.
year. It's
It's
been a
been a
year.
year.
Yeah.
And most importantly, some stuff's coming up, and that's what we want to talk about this episode, is just fire off a few holidays that are coming up, sort of prep us.
Yeah. Kind of just talk about October before we get into the, I guess, festive holidays. Because not everyone celebrates October, even though it is like a massive holiday. And it's not even like a federal holiday anyway, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean, there's fun people, and then there's not fun people. And so, depending
Yeah.
on if you celebrate anything in October or not, should tell you what you are.
That should be your answer. Yeah.
That should be your
So
answer.
I didn't know Columbus Day was coming up.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I mean, now it's called Indigenous Peoples Day, but I didn't know that
Right.
was coming up.
Which, and by who gives a shit, I mean, we've talked about uh my lack of belief in things. I want there to be a hell just so that Columbus is there. That is how I feel.
With any other colonizer.
With any other colonizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Columbus Day is coming up now, Indigenous Peoples Day, which it kind of doesn't sit well with me that they just gave them the day that they meant for him.
God,
Like can't we
yes,
give
correct.
people,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's like let's put a band-aid on what has been done.
You're good, right?
Right.
Is this
You're
enough?
good now, right?
You're good? Millions of your people?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
you have no territory?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
World Smile Day. That's ironic.
God.
I don't have the date for that, but apparently that's coming up too. The
Well,
first Friday of the month. So like this coming Friday is World Smile Day.
whenever it is, I missed it.
We should post like selfies that day. Trying to smile. I'm gonna
Today's
do
world.
like an Audrey what's her name? Audrey Plaza kind of smile,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, dude, can you imagine our poor listeners are gonna get a fucking jump scare? They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, who are those people?"
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, That would be hilarious.
Yeah, World Egg Day. What the hell is that?
World Egg Day
Yeah.
is coming up with
I
this.
don't know, but
Is
is
there
this
a
like some
website?
like no. It's just like holidays apparently that are celebrated throughout the month of October.
We should
Or I
buy.
guess things happening the month of October because we
Oh,
have more coming.
well,
That's kind of cool though. I mean,
Egg
because
Day?
there are different kinds of eggs. I at some point I had a roommate and he was like a zookeeper kind of situation. One time he brought a home like a massive ostrich egg. And I was like, "Are you gonna eat that?" He was like, "Yeah, they're delicious." And I was like, "So
Did you
you
try it?
literally just brought an egg home from the zoo from an ostrich?" He was like, "Yeah, it's delicious, whatever." So he had it. I didn't try it, but I don't know. I guess that's kind of cool. Quail eggs are delicious.
Yes, that I've
Yeah.
had before.
What
Um,
else?
I
Snake
love it.
eggs. Some people eat that.
Okay, no, real quick, rapid fire. Favorite way to cook an egg? Go.
Um, I don't know, because I'm like a deviled egg kind of person. Like I love, 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 love deviled eggs. Like even though they're super toxic for you because they're full of shit. Well, at least mine are because they have salt, they have bacon.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
mayo, kinds of shit. Yeah,
mayo.
mustard.
Yeah, a
Yeah, yeah.
shitload of mayo. Yeah. So yeah, they're kind of bad for you, but I love deviled eggs. I can easily swallow a good 12 of them.
We would never doubt you, babe.
Right. Yeah. Um, so aside from deviled eggs, like if you're just making eggs, I would say omelets. And if you guys have never had an omelet with cream cheese, you are missing out.
What a fancy bitch. We love to see it. I was just
Wait,
gonna
you've never
say,
had one?
not with cream cheese. No.
Okay, so you're welcome in advance.
This is what you said about mayo on tamales.
Mm, touche. I think you'll like this one though.
Fair.
Right.
This one makes a little bit more sense. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My favorite is just fried eggs.
Okay, do yours like sunny side up or like do you like them hard or do you like them kind of like soft
Like
in the middle?
over medium.
Okay.
I like it. I don't like a
Yeah.
completely runny yolk in my
I
fried egg.
do. I love to like get everything wet.
I was waiting for it.
Right. I was
I
like,
don't
how do I
know
even
how
put
we ended up
this?
here from fucking
Yeah.
egg day, but
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, runny yolk. Love it.
love it. Okay.
Hmm.
What's another one? What else are we celebrating?
Um, Adopt a sheltered dog month. That's actually really cute.
Oh,
Yeah. I think more
yeah.
people would actually do that instead of buying like $3,000, $6,000 dogs because you're buying
Adopt.
it. You're not adopting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adopt, don't fucking shop. Don't be an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
I love that. And also if you're gonna adopt a dog, make sure you're ready to actually have a dog because they're very time consuming and you should be ready for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the worst dog puppy lately because, I mean, oops. I've been the worst dad dog lately. Yes.
You've been working a lot lately.
I know.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, poor baby. So every time I walk in the door, he goes mad, literally mad, barking like I'm some sort of stranger. And he only does it with me. So I know
Yeah,
he misses me. Yeah.
he's telling you that you're like being an absentee.
Neglectful. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Poor baby.
My dog just flips me off all the time because I never leave. It's the opposite.
That's what I want to get to. Like,
Yeah,
I would rather have him fed up with me than be like, you
that's my dog.
fucking suck?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
constantly like, "Can you please go somewhere?"
She's like, I'm begging you, leave
I'm
me
fucking
alone.
begging you, lady. Can you please go somewhere and stop sniffing my face? It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about World Egg Day, which is great.
yeah.
It's Oh, just in case you guys didn't know, because I didn't say it, second Friday of the month,
Okay.
like next Friday. So the first Friday is World Smile, and the next Friday. For that day, you should totally make an omelet with
Cream cheese.
cream cheese, yeah. And then we'll record an episode and you'll let me know what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll celebrate together.
I like that.
So apparently it's National Apple Month.
Like Apple
I
as in,
think, yeah, not like Apple as in like, iMac.
oh, so not Apple Incorporated, but Apple the fruit.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. I love how we needed clarification for this.
Tell me you live
You're
in
such a
fucking,
Gen Z person right now.
I'm like, tell me you live in a capitalistic hellscape. I'm like, Apple like the company,
Yeah.
not the fucking fruit.
Right, not the actual fruit. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah, the fruit. So like, how do you feel about apples?
Love them. Love an apple. You
I
know, my
think they're
favorite.
overrated.
You have beef with fucking apples, Fox?
I do. That's one way of putting it. Yeah. Apples are, this is the thing with apples. Like the majority of them are trash. There's only like the one that's nice and crispy and juicy that is worth anything.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I don't care for it either.
Okay, see, you're coming at me with a super strong opinion on fucking apples. They're overrated. No, 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 no. And then the one that you think is good, you don't even know the name of it.
Apple pie is kind of gross. Kind of gross. I've had a
You
few that
take
I'm
it
like,
back.
okay, this was delicious. I've had a very few, but it's also the cinnamon. I think just the whole cinnamon, like we overdo it with cinnamon. Like, why does pumpkin spice have to have cinnamon? Why does apple
Okay,
pie
all
have to
right.
have cinnamon? Why does fucking pear pie have to have cinnamon?
It brings out the flavors, Fonzie.
No, it doesn't. It hides any flavor.
I have no idea. You have such strong opinions about apples and fucking cinnamon.
Yeah. Also, like, what is up with people doing like, what is it? I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just making this shit up, but like apple teas with cinnamon, like, who the fuck does that? Actually, no, I've seen it. I've seen it in books, like cooking books, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? Why?
Okay, so you know the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Company in the outlet
Uh,
mall? Okay, what about the apples that they have there? Do you like those? Like the caramel
Once
apples?
again, you're fucking hiding the taste of the nasty apple inside of it. You're covering it with chocolate or you're covering it with caramel or caramel. Anyway,
What did he say?
exactly.
Um, okay, wow. Didn't know I thought I was gonna be controversial with saying I prefer red apples to green apples, but
But also, I agree. Like, red apples are better than green apples. Green apples are just sour.
yeah, that's what you
This
bake
is the thing. I'll
green
eat apples if they are smothered with almond butter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's bomb.
Once again,
Love it.
you're fucking hiding the taste of the apple. You're just swallowing almond butter.
Okay.
What
My favorite apple is the ambrosia apple.
does that look like? I mean, it's obviously red.
It's did you see the bud? Sorry. Yeah, it's like a pinkish red. Like, yeah, it's not deep red. It's like a
Which one's the one that's like the one that people draw? It's like red and then it has the yellow on the top and then it has like little dots all over the place and it's like super crispy or
yeah, it's an
crunchy, I
ambrosia
guess.
apple. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's the one I
Yeah.
like.
Okay.
Tolerate.
Made it. We full
Yes.
circle. Okay. We
Yeah,
love
apples.
it.
Interesting. National Book Month. You'll love this.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So that makes sense.
how about I mean, because it is a whole month thing. So I challenge you to post a book at least once a week.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my
Just
God.
give
Our
some
listeners,
suggestions to our listeners. Yeah.
dude, our listeners are gonna be like, somebody take the fucking phone away from this bitch. Like, we don't want to see it. But I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
super
If you can do it daily, that'd be great. Because like 30 books, why not 31 books? Um, I didn't count Halloween because like obviously Halloween is like a category of its own, but it would be cool. But then that's like a huge commitment. Like couldn't even post an episode in 2 months. So
Our listeners are like, okay, bitch, yeah, we'll
yeah,
see.
maybe like a couple books once a week, you know?
I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Please exclude Harry
Hey.
Potter from it. Everyone knows that.
I mean, obviously, no. I mean, we're not going for the normie thing
Right,
here.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll go exotic and see what you can suggest to people. I would suggest, but honestly, I've talked about this previously. Like, I wish I had time to read,
Yeah.
and I can force myself to make some time, but it'd be like you get 30 minutes for like 5 pages.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm happy to. I have
yeah,
many ideas.
yeah.
Okay, so it's National Book Month. We love it. Okay.
Can you kick it off by telling us your ultimate favorite? I know we've had some Q&As before, and I think you mentioned one before, but your ultimate favorite, just one.
Oh my
Not a
God.
series, because I know you have a thing for series.
I do. I do have a thing for series. Yeah, actually, I would say I have a new favorite. Does that work?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, a recent favorite. I read, it's called The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. And it's a book that was originally published in the 70s.
Hmm.
Uh, and it was basically the Bible of New Age feminism. And it talks about the female form being the beginning of everything, and Mother Earth being the beginning and the end, and most importantly, how our society shifted from seeing God as female to male, and what happened historically, sociologically, culturally, that made us change our view of God as a male being as opposed to a female being, and what that has done to womanhood in general and how it helped the patriarchy take hold. So
Interesting.
it's a fascinating book because it literally, it's like anthropological, it's historical, it's amazing, it's long, but it's the best. So yes, I will definitely post it. But that's right now, that's my favorite because I read it and I was like, oh my, I've been lied to my whole life. That kind of thing.
Right.
So yes, so highly recommend, but I'll post it anyway.
Yes.
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 Yep.
All right. So the next thing is Domestic Violence
Oof.
Awareness Month
Yep.
and
Important.
National Prevention or Bully Prevention Month. So
Very
that kind
important.
of goes, yeah, that kind of goes hand in hand. Very
Yep.
important, yeah. Domestic
Very
violence.
important.
It
Domestic violence.
belongs in hetero relationships, in homosexual relationships, sometimes even in friendship relationships.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I think,
definitely raise awareness.
yeah, raise awareness because I think it's also important. This is kind of dark, but if you're a true crime person, I'm sure you've seen this resurgence that they're trying to free Lacey Peterson's murder from prison on like a
Mhm.
DNA technicality. And whenever I think of like those types of like murder cases and stuff like that, it always reminds me, a lot of people don't know this, but women are 4 times more likely to be murdered while they're pregnant.
Holy
Uh,
shit.
and it is almost always by their intimate partner that kills them.
Yeah.
So it's a very real thing. It's a very real threat. Intimate partner violence is huge. And also amongst queer or not or same sex relationships, it's almost this statistically hush hush thing. It's not talked about as much, it's not recognized as much because of the same sex situation.
Yeah.
There's a almost like a blind spot.
Layer. Yeah. Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
layer of like, stigma that comes to it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
It's
sure.
just, yeah, it's just two men, it's just two women, leave it alone, whatever.
Right.
So yes, so definitely, we'll post some links, to, raise awareness, some phone numbers, because yeah, it's very dangerous. And the most dangerous time for anyone, again, statistically leaving a bad situation is when they're about to leave. That's when their life is most at danger.
Yeah. Oh,
So
which by the way, if anyone, so this is for YouTubers watching. If you don't know it, if you ever see this out there, it's a sign for help. If
help.
you see a
Yeah.
woman or a couple or someone in a couple doing this, sign for help.
Yeah.
Pay close attention.
Yeah.
Silent language, like you could save a
Yes.
life.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's worked. It's worked
Yeah,
before.
it's worked. Yeah, I've
Yes.
watched plenty of videos where, like, there's a woman doing that. Her husband goes to the restroom or whatever, and then suddenly this woman is protected. So please, please, please keep an eye out. Once again,
Definitely.
if you don't know or you've never seen it,
Yep.
this is a call for help.
Absolutely. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
And National Bullying Prevention Month. So I'll just get a little bit intimate. Like, obviously, I went through some bullying as I was growing up. This hot piece of meat you see right in front of you now was not like this before. I used to be pretty nerdy looking. When you Google nerd and you see high waters, white sneakers, glasses, pimples, that was me. It is not a stereotype, it was reality. um, so yeah, and I think it was kind of funny because actually, like, some of the people that bullied me obviously saw me very feminine, so obviously they thought I was gay. Turns out they were right. And I say they were right because gay, bisexual, whatever. I was queer. Anyway, they knew that before I did, and now I embrace it. But bullying, regardless, is not okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. And I think for me, the note that I want to add there is, and we'll take a quick break and come back with the rest of the holidays. But when it comes to bullying, uh, remember, especially those of you that are listening to us that have kids, raise kids that say something and raise kids
Yes.
that stick up for their friends. Because I think that that's where we've gone maybe a little bit awry, where we are definitely in a society where we don't want to say anything, speak up because we're scared of being targeted or hurt, whatever it may
Yeah.
be.
Or raise kids that don't bully.
That don't bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Raise kids
Raise
with
good
sympathy.
human.
I mean, we've talked about this before. We're not parents for a reason. We don't want
Yeah.
that kind of monster in this life. Like, we don't need any more of that. So don't raise
Yeah.
any little monsters. Come on.
Don't raise any little monsters, but yeah, definitely raise kids that are empathetic and that have a sense of justice for others, so that if they do see something that's wrong, they say something.
100%.
I have a family member that uh, beat up a couple bullies in her day, standing up for her friends. And I don't think, I mean, I'm proud of her pretty much 24/7, but that's definitely one of the proudest moments. So yeah, definitely raise human beings that speak up when they say something wrong,
Yep.
especially this month. Talk to them about bullying this month.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little break and then we'll
Yeah.
come back with the rest.
We'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're back to wrap up the holidays in October for you. So we left off on bullying, bullying awareness. So remember, teach your kid to not be a dickhole.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
the next one. So National Pizza Month.
Okay.
Can we
Thin
talk about the
crust,
different,
different,
we'll get into that.
different
Different
what?
ways of saying pizza.
What's, how else do you say pizza?
Mm. Pizza.
Not pizza.
Right.
Okay, that's a very El Paso thing for sure.
I don't think it's just El Paso.
No, you've heard it somewhere else?
Yeah.
Maybe I've only ever heard it from El Pasoans.
Yeah. I think it's funny. Anyway, pizza, obviously.
Pizza,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Italian. I mean, I was born in Italy. And obviously
right.
pizza. I was talking to some coworkers and I was like, oh yeah, I do the whole T thing, like
Yeah,
PITCA.
pizza.
Pizza,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's me. I
Yeah,
definitely
I think the
that's
majority of us do that, but I did hear like a couple of different ways of saying it within the table. It was like five people, and I was like,
yeah.
never thought of that, but okay.
It's like people that say sandwich
Oh God,
instead of
no.
sandwich. Yeah,
Sandwich.
sandwich and then
Yeah.
sandwich
Hmm.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So, potato, potato. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty. Regular crust, thin crust,
Or pan.
or pan. Yeah,
Honestly, okay, so if you guys know me, which you do, you guys know I love pizza regardless of its shape,
you do.
form, or ingredients. So
You do. Yeah,
I love all of it. I
yeah,
couldn't choose. Like I legitimately couldn't choose.
yeah. No, I think I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way.
Anything but Peter Piper. Let's just leave it at that.
I had forgotten.
Yeah. I figured you did. That's why I brought it up. Because that's your
I'd
favorite.
forgotten that this whole fucking over
Yeah.
10-year friendship is built on a lie.
There's no lie. I just love that you're forgetful.
Yeah, because that's fucking bullshit.
I
Yeah, no,
just
you're
don't
right,
like
because
it.
we've actually had that exact conversation because I know people,
And on the
our listeners
podcast.
will
Yeah.
throw fucking hands
Right.
because there's something wrong with you that you don't like Peter Piper
I mean,
pizza.
we know there are many things wrong with me, but I don't, I just
Yeah,
can't. I
but
don't
see,
know.
most
It's
of
just not, I don't know. It tastes like plastic, cardboard. It tastes like cardboard to me. Like I'm eating a slice of cardboard. Yeah. I will give them this. They do put a lot of cheese on it and you don't have to pay extra for it. That's about it.
okay, so what's your favorite topping on your cardboard?
Depends on where I'm going. Are we talking like Peter Piper
No, just in general.
in general?
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
just really hard. Cause like I am a sucker for like Italian sausage and olives and banana peppers.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
that's a
Okay.
good combo, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I also like um like salami with
Sure.
anchovies and jalapenos, you know. So like I could go millions of directions. And then Papa John's has this delicious like buffalo chicken pizza. So good.
Oh, okay.
But then if
Okay.
I'm going traditional, like if we're talking like Italian pizza, oven break and stuff, like a good margarita is always good. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's great.
that's for sure.
More than enough. Yeah.
More than enough. I'm with you. I
Yeah.
am a sucker for pepperoni and jalapenos. That's my
Yeah.
fave
Yeah. Once
combo.
again, love. Like there's
Delicious.
not one pizza that I don't like.
Pineapple. How do we feel with pineapple on
I think
pizza?
you win. I hate pineapple on my pizza.
Hate it.
Hate it.
Hate it.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Okay,
it. I'm
so
like,
I've mentioned it before because I know we've talked about pizza before, but in case you guys forgot, because it was probably last year. So my boyfriend's Cuban, and that's a thing. Like
yeah.
ham and pineapple is the Cuban pizza. So like when I went to Cuba 2 years ago, we had it because I had to have it. It tastes like a really good pan pizza. You just fold it in half with a shitload of cheese. And I personally took all the pineapples off because it's just gross. I can't do it.
Yeah. It's
They
too
also
much.
put very little marinara, so that was kind of like a plus.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I don't like pineapple, period. Like in the wild, like regular. Like I, you know. I
Right.
don't like that. So
I don't
then why
mind
the
it.
fuck?
And then when I found out it changed the taste of juices, I was like, okay, we'll have more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So no. Okay,
Yeah, no.
so
So pineapple
natural.
by itself, good. Canned, maybe on cakes. You know that? I don't know what it's
Yeah, like
called.
pineapple upside down cake is
That
fine.
one, yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
On pizza, no thanks. Like
Gross.
just the combination with salty, and then tomato, and then no.
Yeah, too much. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
So to answer your question, take it all, have it all, except for pineapple and ham.
And Peter Piper, apparently.
Correct.
All right.
I feel like that is a category of itself.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
next?
So the last one, well, actually the second to last, because the last one's super important. Well, actually, we have two more. So obviously, we all know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Very important.
Very important.
Very,
Yeah.
very important. Go check your tatas.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
What is it for women after, is it like 24 years old? You have to get an actual mammogram or start like
No,
touching
no, no.
yourself?
So after 24, like definitely like do the self exam.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
actually
it was.
closer to 40 that you go get your mammogram.
Okay, there it
If
is. Yeah.
you don't have any like either
History.
history or anything like that, either familial history or your own history, whatever it may be. But very important to know your anatomy, like every time you shower, give them a once over. Just be
Yeah.
like honk honk, you know? Yes, so super, super important. And just make sure that you go to all your gyno appointments and you keep up with all of that, because it's very, very important. So
Yeah.
breast cancer
And
awareness,
then
yeah.
definitely support the cost. Like if you go to stores, remember that anything with the breast cancer awareness label on it, part of it does go to breast cancer
Yes,
research. And it's
yes,
research that it's going to. Some of them do donate to actual treatment, but it goes to breast cancer research. So
yes.
very important. It
Very, very important.
funds chemists and as a fellow what is it? Chemist by association.
Yeah. Chemist wife.
Yes, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely important to fund
Yeah.
research. Yeah.
Research, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And then National Roller Skating Month. I haven't done that in ages.
That sounds like the perfect recipe for me to just bust my fucking face open. It really, really does. Like,
What about
I
ice
just
skating? No.
fine. Like, you know what?
I
I
just
will,
see you like excelling at ice skating because you used to be a ballerina.
yeah,
So like
but,
maybe
but,
like that's your thing now.
yeah, but that's the thing, stationary, ice, kind of different. Um, but, but what I will say is like, whenever you do things like rollerblading or ice skating, things like that, you have to go with a fun group.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because then
Yeah.
it's all fucking funny. Like if you eat
Yeah.
shit, it's funny. If you're having a great time, it's funny. Like it's all fun. But if
Right.
you
You
go
don't
with
go by
like
yourself.
no, you don't go by yourself, and also don't go with a group. Oh my God, my worst nightmare, and we've
Of
all been
Debbie
there. It's when
Downers.
Debbie Downers are people that take it too fucking seriously. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's chill. Like
Yeah.
we're not freaking
So when it comes to ice skating, sometimes I will take it super seriously and like go around people like 20 times while they're trying to finish their first round. I'm like, but that's just me. So
yeah. See, no. Yeah, I'd be like,
you're like hard pass.
settle
Bye.
down. Settle down. But yes, no, I mean
But
rollerblading I
yeah,
think is super
rollerblading,
fun.
I really like that, and I haven't done it in years. I
I love
remember
it.
when I was younger, my parents used to take us practically every summer, so it was super fun.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? I think the music is fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I want to do
Yeah.
that whole like 70s vibe, and then just kind of
Yeah.
dress
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
whatever. 70s,
Yeah.
80s, kind of like
Yeah.
maybe throw
So
a
go check
party,
it
like a
out,
random
guys.
like we're alive party.
Yeah, so go check it out.
Yeah. So I guess we can celebrate that this month. I don't know. We'll see. And then lastly, obviously, October 31st, Halloween.
Halloween,
Yeah.
guys.
I
Halloween.
know we've talked about it a bunch, but what about Halloween is like your favorite?
Um, I have always been obsessed with death. Always, 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 since I was a little kid.
I love how you went like straight into
I
the darkest.
it's just the truth. I've always, always been obsessed with death, dead things. Um, Not to get too revelatory here on the pod, but when I was a little kid, let's just say I went through a phase of collecting things that I found on the street.
Oh, roadkill, lovely.
So I love
So are you into like taxidermy?
ethical taxidermy. Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean ethical? Oh,
Well,
got it.
there's
Like not
yeah,
hunting for a head.
no, because
Right.
fuck you. If you're a trophy hunter, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's number one. Um, but no, so like, yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of taxidermists that either only do, things that have either died naturally or like, you know what I mean? So not hunting
Yeah. So
taxidermists.
my
I
boyfriend
love
knows how
it.
to do that shit. And I think it's
Yeah,
creepy as fuck. And the fact that you're into it is kind of disgusting.
I
Um
love it. I love it. You know who has and I encourage everyone listening to go look at her Instagram page. Dita Von Teese
oh, yes.
has an extensive taxidermy collection. Her thing is birds,
Yeah.
taxidermied birds. And
I still think
obviously,
it's disgusting.
her collection is very expensive, obviously, but it is stunning. I mean, her how she has this she did this tour for AG. No, yeah, Architectural Digest. AD, AD,
AD, yeah. Uh-huh.
AD. She did this tour for AD and she's walking through her house and she takes them into the room and oh my God, it was just
Maybe we'll have to post a picture of it on our Instagrams, but
yeah,
I don't know. Taxidermy in general, no
stunning.
thank you.
Stunning. So you see, so I've always been into weird shit like that since I
Yeah.
was a kid, much to the dismay of my poor mother. God bless her. So like she
Opens your drawer, there's like dead rats and snakes and everything.
um I used to have a little rat. Her name was Frida. And she was so cute, this little white rat, and she passed away. And I was allowed to put her like on the roof of our house to dry out completely and like decay. And then I got to keep her little skeleton. And you could see every single
I wish
bone.
you had saved that.
I wish I had too. And then we had
Yeah.
to go, go do the whole immigrant thing. Bleh, boring.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway,
You can't carry crazy shit like that.
yeah,
Forgot about that.
can you imagine? I'm trying to come across the US border with my fucking rat carcass.
They're
And I'm all
like, the fuck is this animal?
they're like, why is this child carrying this? Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I have always been really, really interested in
So
fast.
would you, okay, hypothetically speaking, because I know, dogs or furry
I got
animals
no,
typically,
and
okay, got it.
here's why. The eyes. So one clear thing, if you don't know about taxidermy, is you can pretty much preserve everything but
But
the
the
eyes.
eyes, yeah.
The eyes are fatty deposits. They just do not keep. So when you see taxidermy animals, the eyes that you see are glass eyes
Yeah,
or
it's
some
like
sort of
marbles.
makeup. Yeah. So that would kill it for me just because
Because
it's my
it's not her, yeah, it's not her
not
actual
her
expression.
looking
Yeah.
at me. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That would be it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
What if you close her eyes? Just kidding.
constantly would
That's kind
much
of creepy. Oh my God,
pretty.
like all those pictures of people back then when they would die and then just take pictures of the
I
dead with them. Ugh,
I
creepy.
have a collection
Oh yeah,
actually.
you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Victorian postmortem photography, and this was a period of time where it was believed that you could capture the soul of the deceased in the picture. So
Hmm.
a lot of families, the families that could afford it, was normally like upper middle class families that could do this because pictures were very expensive at the time, and so you could, and it's creepy because unless you know what you're looking for, a lot of them are really good. Like we're talking like their eyes are open and shit, like, and they're like sitting down with like their siblings. So like families would have like their live siblings holding their dead one just for the photo. And keep in mind, back then you had to be there a while, y'all. It wasn't like click, okay, you're done. No, 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 you're holding this corpse for a little bit. It's not funny, but it's funny. So yeah, so all of this to say, I love Halloween for that reason. It makes me feel like I can let my freak flag fly a little bit, especially
Yeah.
month of October. I can just like have all this weird shit out in my house that normally would be like, bitch,
The
it's
fuck,
fucking
yeah.
Valentine's
Yeah,
Day. Why is that out right now? You know?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, my favorite thing was like when you lived here in El Paso, you had Cletus
my
out the
skeleton
entire year.
the
Yeah.
entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the entire year, and he was adorable. Yeah, and so Cletus is out now in front of my new house. Um, but yeah, I just think Halloween allows for like a time for if you have like dark tastes or dark like hobbies, it's like your time
Yeah.
to like be. And also I genuinely do believe that this is from like a pagan standpoint, this
100%.
is a time where the veil is the thinnest that it ever is. And I think energy is different. I
Yeah.
think we feel
Isn't
things.
it also like a transitional period as far as like obviously seasons, but within the seasons it's like cycles and moons and whatever.
Yes,
And
very
just
much so.
aligning and axising and rotating, whatever. It all switches. So I think
It
that's why it's also like a pivotal moment in the year where
absolutely.
like there's a hard reset.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so I don't know. I just think from like a cultural standpoint and just I have weird taste standpoint, it's it's my favorite time of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
definitely
for
go through it.
me, my favorite thing about Halloween and October in general is like, so unlike you, I'm not into like dead things. Well, okay, not physical dead things, more
Yeah.
like spiritual.
Sure, 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 sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So I've always been into like the occult and the dark and like
Yeah.
the, I guess, unexplainable. And
Yeah.
since I was a
Yeah.
kid, I've always been into like dark, weird shit. Like I like picture like Jenna Ortega and Aubrey Plaza in a like 5 to 10 year old.
I get that.
Like that would be
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And I was very antisocial for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think, yeah, again, it's one of those times or this like holiday that allows you to be like, you know, more into that like darker space about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And I love it. I think it's like, I don't know, I just think it's a lot of fun. Um, and it's also one of those things that I know that if I just meet you and you tell me you're into Halloween, I know I'm gonna have something to talk to you about, and we're definitely
Yeah.
agree
What
on
about
it.
what
So,
about your least favorite thing about Halloween?
guys, I'm sorry.
Are you gonna say children?
No,
Oh.
I wish. The Christians
Oh,
are my
I
least.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I do, because I I strongly dislike the propaganda that I still see around Halloween, that it's like, oh, it's the devil's holiday and devil worship and do, which if you are worshiping Satan, please go ahead. You do you, tell him I say hi. Like I don't care. Go for it. But um yeah, I think it's like the weird, like organized religion stigma on
Okay.
Halloween that irritates me. That and Halloween candy prices.
You don't like candy?
No, I love candy. I just don't like paying for it.
Oh,
The
yeah, you're
amount,
right.
like,
Yeah. Why are we
gotten,
paying $38 for a bag of candy?
oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
gotten so fucking expensive
Yeah.
and I hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, that's it. Just
For
Christian
me, for
sensation.
me, it's just the trick or treating culture. Like, I don't want to hear kids. I don't want to see kids. I don't care for kids. So, like, yeah,
Fawn says, stay the fuck inside
exactly.
and leave trick or treating to the adults, is what Fawn said.
Or not. Don't do it and avoid the high prices.
That too. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I'm bitching, but it's like two people live in this house and I have a whole platter full of Halloween candy.
Like, you bought your
Like
Halloween
I
candy
bought
already.
myself Halloween candy. Yeah. Oh,
Are you eating it or are you holding it for children? You're
I'm eating.
eating it. Okay, so that's not bad
I'm eating it.
because
I'm
you're
like,
doing
oh,
it for yourself. Like, that's cool, you know?
look at me. Boop,
Yeah.
boop, candy. It's like one of those things that it's like nobody tells you that it's like no, it takes you a while to realize that as an adult you could just go buy a cake. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
have a reason.
Right,
You
right.
buy a cake
Hmm.
anytime.
Yeah.
It's very that where I'm
But
like,
do you do it? Do you do that?
I've bought pies before.
A pie is not a cake. So no, got it.
No, not a
Yeah.
cake, but mostly because I don't like cake.
Same. Like,
So
I do, but there's a place and a time. You know?
right.
Like, I'll eat a slice or two, but like, I'm not, like you mentioned, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way like tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm craving cake. I'm just gonna buy one. That's what cupcakes are for. You know? It's just a bite-sized cake.
Boom. Hot take. That's what cupcakes are for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is like obviously for me, that's the crown of the month. It's Halloween. But we have a shit ton to celebrate this month, obviously, as we've discussed. And we want to show up for you. We want to be the people you want us to be. So,
Also, let us know if you guys want to see, like, if you've been with us since last year, if you want to see this year again, like, remember how we did costumes last year? Let us know if you're into that. We'll try to make an effort.
yeah, I still have a bunch of outtakes of us getting ready that we can post as
Yeah,
facts because
right.
we won't be able to get ready together.
I
But
know. Yeah.
um but yeah, guys, so it's October. We're here.
Spooky
Um
season.
spooky season is officially upon us.
Yeah.
Um
We'll post all of the holidays and the dates as we go.
and the dates as we go. But yeah, so I guess until next time, this has been General Query. Bye guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.